Okay guys, so today we'll be making pasta with peppers, mushrooms, and a jerk hamburger meat. Okay, so I have the hamburger meat that I put to thaw out. So what I'm going to do is cut it up and I'm going to season it with some jerk seasoning and set that aside. Okay, so let's get the hamburger meat seasoned up. Right, I don't want my glove to get messy yet, so let me see if I can just put this to the side. Alright, so I'm going to get to cutting up the rest. I have 3 hamburger patties that I'm going to be cutting up. This is 100% Angus beef that I'm using. So let me get to that and then I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to put my hamburger meat in this bowl here to season it up. Alright, let me go wash my hands so I will be able to use my hand to put the seasonings in. Okay, so to season our hamburger meat, we're going to be using some mild jerk seasoning. I will use about a tablespoon of that. Not a tablespoon, sorry, a teaspoon. A teaspoon of jerk seasoning. I will use 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm also going to use some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning blend. Okay. All right, to this meat, I'm also going to add some dried Italian seasoning as well. So let me just get that. So I'm just going to add some Italian seasoning to it because we're cooking pasta, so let's keep it that Italian theme. Okay. All right, let's just mix this in, and we're going to leave this to marinate a while. Okay, so to make our pasta, we're going to be using this gluten-free pasta. I would leave a link in the description if you're interested in purchasing it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil my pasta now according to package instructions. All right, so remember we had our peppers and mushrooms cut up already as well. So now it's a matter of us cooking and putting everything together. Okay guys, so let's get to cooking our hamburger meat. So I'm going to put some coconut oil in my wok here. Swirl it around. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any onions. When I went to the grocery, they didn't have any onions. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit of my ginger garlic paste to flavor my oil a little. Alright, so at this point I'm going to add in my peppers and mushrooms so they can cook along with my hamburger meat. What I'll do is sprinkle some salt on the peppers and mushrooms. I'm using sea salt. What I'm also going to add to this is some tomato paste. So I say, a tablespoon tomato paste. This is one of those one-pot meals you can make for dinner. All right, so to help to cook everything, we're going to add some coconut milk. Add some coconut milk. I'm going to add some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning blend, but maybe I can show you here. Some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning blend. Add to this rather. Remember, this doesn't have salt in it. I'm also going to add to this some gluten-free seasoned crumbs. Let me see if I could tilt that so you wouldn't get the glare. Can you see that? I'm still getting the glare. Let's see if I can move this away. Let's see. Can you see that now without the glare? This is some gluten-free seasoned crumbs. Some gluten-free seasoned crumbs, okay? So we will add that to this here. This has, let's see, where's the ingredients? So it's gluten-free crumbs, which is rice flour, has raisin juice, honey, salt, grated pecorino romano cheese, sheep's milk, cheese culture, dehydrated parsley flakes, spices, onion powder, garlic powder, okay? So we will add that to this as well. Let me give this a stir. We have to add the pasta in. And I also have some grated Parmesan cheese that I grated myself, not a pre-grated one. So I'm also going to add a little bit of that to it as well. All right, so let me add the pasta in now, and then we'll put the Parmesan cheese. All right, so we have our pasta. Just give it a mix. I use coconut milk. You can use heavy cream. It's just that I'm sensitive to cow's milk, so I would always substitute, instead of using heavy cream, which I know would taste nicer and creamier, but unfortunately my body is sensitive to it. So you can use heavy cream if you're making your own. All right, so now let us add the Parmesan cheese to this. Get everything in nice. And of course we're going to have to taste now for seasoning to see if we need to add. I don't want to add too much of this because I am not supposed to take too much cheese. But you know, Parmesan makes everything taste better. All right, so we just mix that up. Doesn't it look lovely, guys? Look at all the colors. It's like a rainbow of colors. So this is a quick one-pot dish that you can put together for dinner that will last you for a few days. Who doesn't like a one-pot dish? It's always a winner. Of course, if you want this more spicy, you could add more jerk seasoning to it.